These are like the go-to stuff. This gel is supposed to be really good for their hair. Not supposed to dry it out. This hairspray is also really good. It says 24-hour holds. And this is for braids. It's just a braiding cream, got it Sally's. Hair clips, just to kind of keep hair away as you're braiding it. A lot of the stuff is all dollar store stuff. Dollar store, nothing crazy expensive. Obviously her hair, I just washed it right before coming. So I brushed all the knots out of it. I'm gonna separate her hair with a comb here. So I use one of these little combs. It's like a teaser comb, but I kind of use it to make my lines for my braids. So I kind of section the hair off as much as I want to use for braids. And I kind of just like, and that's what I work with first. So braids are always the first part that I do in the front. And the bun comes after. So with her hair, I'm like a little, try to make the lines as straight as I can. Come around here and continue with my line. And if the line looks pretty straight all the way across, then I just kind of take this hair, kind of set it aside for a minute, and I just use a hair clip for now to get it out of my way. I have this Keep It Together Braid Cream that I use because it's very light and it doesn't flake too much. And I kind of just run this through the hair. I kind of brush it through. She has pretty thick hair, so I want to make sure it all gets in there. This side we're going to kind of just keep, to the side a little bit. Just to keep it. I use this just because it helps a little bit more with her textured thick hair. It's like no flaking, it's a little brown, so if you have blonde hair, just be careful not to put too much because it may turn your hair a little brown or tan looking. This is just gel, and it's for like textured hair. It's more for textured hair, like curly hair, thick hair, and it's supposed to keep it together without it flaking as well, because that's another thing, I don't want flakes. So then I'm gonna section this again after I brushed it and put gel in it and everything. And I did it more of a diagonal because I'm gonna braid 2 braids diagonally. And I'm just gonna keep that there like that. And I always take a little bit more gel because it's gel, gel, gel. And then put your head to the side a little bit, Ava, for me.
Right there?
And then, yep, and then I put your head to the side, babe. And then with the braids, it's kind of just separate the hair in 3 sections, and you kind of just go under and grab the other piece, and then you take this top piece and you go under on this end, and you just keep going back and forth, switching it.
Have to always be so tight.
Well,
Stay in place.
just see here. Okay, and I kind of just leave that dangle, and then I work on this next piece. This is going to be a little bit more of a thicker braid here. And I'll put more gel. Brush it one more time. And then we do the same thing. And some people can do loose braids and then like just do a dangle braid and kind of pull it back. So if they don't know how to do a braid that'll stay on their head, you can always do that too. Let this braid dangle until we're ready for it again. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did on that side. Section the hair off again. Put that to the side. There's a lot of trial and error because especially, you know, sometimes people will suggest certain things, but due to different hair types, it doesn't necessarily always work. So, and since she has such dark hair, sometimes some hairsprays will turn white. So I had to find some things. I'm gonna refix this one because I wasn't happy with it. So yeah, just finding out the gels and hairsprays that work best and kind of the style, like whether you're a good braider or not. You know, sometimes some people aren't good at these braids to the head, so they can do more of like a dangle braid and pull it back to make it give it the effect that it's a braid to the head, just to keep the hair and the flyaways. I think the braids is the best for their hair, at least, because if I were to just do a straight bun back, at some point the frizz is going to start coming out in the front, and I try to avoid that as much as I can. Yeah, the Aussie brand, the Mega Hold, seems to work rather well, especially for her. Sometimes if you have someone with a little bit more of a textured hair, the Pump It Up you'll probably find it at Walmart in the African American section. It's called Pump It Up, and that's also like a freeze. It like literally freezes your hair in place and it's not going to go anywhere, and it doesn't flake either. And that's a little bit more stronger for someone who has like really thick textured hair. Okay, now, so for the bun part, sometimes I use this donut and sometimes I don't. It depends on my mood and if it's actually working for me. But because she has such long hair, I can do like a perfect round bun without even using the bun maker. So I'm gonna do this one without a bun maker. For people that have long hair, they don't even have to worry about that. Lots and lots more gel, and then I take some hairspray. Just spray all of it. Use my regular brush with teeth to get all the lumps in between, and then I use just these regular black rubber band from the Dollar Tree. They don't have that metal where it'll get stuck in their hair or anything. So they work pretty well. And I take a brush like this, kind of a rougher brush, to smooth this all out. And get the back of the hair. And add more hairspray. Try to get it as high as I can with it. Then we go with brushing the ponytail out again. Okay, and then what I do with this part here, I start brushing and twisting to make sure I can smooth it out. Brushing and twisting like this, all the way down. And then I can twist here, hold that. Twist, twist. and twist here. And then I go around twice typically. And then I take these and kind of wrap it around the hair. Give me that brush one more time. That little. And I'll start pinning a little bit throughout the way since there's a few of them. I'll do like a pin here. Yep, I just leave them loose. I don't tie them, I don't rubber band them. I just kind of let them be and then kind of just wrap the hair around. Sometimes you can go all the way and braid them all the way down, and then you'll have more of a, you'll just have like what it looks like a braid around the bun. But a lot of times they have the scrunchies, so I just try to save some time sometimes, especially when they have long hair and you're in a rush. You want to make sure that their hair comes out nice. And then lots and lots of hairspray. Won't have the actual competition one, but once they have their bows and stuff, it'll kind of look like something like this without the bun maker.